Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So this will be a two-parter. So right now I'm doing the offerings part of it. Which is very long and very drawn out, because you gotta offer this to every deity if you want them to be happy gods. Sorry about this kind of a two-parter. I really am. But unfortunately, this is a very detailed one, which I don't mind personally. I just kind of, so yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the offerings. There we go. Yum. So yeah, I actually did write on a piece of white paper bread. Sometimes you have to do what you have to do to get things done. Okay. Now this one is important. This is overthrown of Apophis. It says, write down the negative things which you wish you'd rid of for the new year on green paper. Now I actually went out and I bought construction paper because I didn't have green paper. And I will actually be using the same construction paper when I do the coronation of the Sacred Falcon. Alright. Alright. Okay. So this is the first one that I'm not going to show you what I'm going to be extricating, but this is actually the first little snake. Okay. And I have to do this as I burn it. So I'm going to try to get this in if I can. If I can't, alright. So, try to get this in here. Alright. The Lord of all, after having come into being, says, I am he who came into being as Kefri. When I came into being, the beings came into being. Oh boy. Shoot. Oh boy. Guess what? My snake fell out and now it's on my altar cloth. Oh no. That is not good. And I just burned myself. No, this is a very dangerous ritual. Thank you, I just extricated myself. Okay. Alright, let's see here. When I came to being, the beings came into being. All the beings came into being after I became. Numerous were those who came out of my mouth before heaven even existed, nor earth came into being, nor the worms, nor the snakes who were created in this place. I being in weariness was bound to them in none. I found no place to stand. I thought in my heart, I planned into myself. I made all forms being alone. Before I ejected Shu, before I sped out Tefnut, before any other who was in me had become. Then I planned in my own heart, and many forms of being came into being as forms of children, as forms of their children. I conceived by my hand, I united myself with my hand. I poured out of my own mouth, I ejected Shu, and I sped out Tefnut. Right now, at this time, I am going to actually attempt to burn my second snake. Hopefully, it will not be as disastrous. There, thank goodness I had my athame. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. I ejected Shu and I sped out Tefnut, and it was my father Nun who brought them up, and my eye followed them. while they became far from me. After having become one God, there were now three gods in me. When I came into being in this land, Shu and Tefnut jubilated in none in which they were. Then they brought with them my eye. After I had joined together my members, I swept over them, and men came into being out of the tears which came out of my eyes. Then she, the eye, became enraged after she came back and found that I had placed another in her place, that she had been replaced by the brilliant one, that I found a higher place for her on my brow. And when she began to rule over the whole land, her fury fell down on the flowering, and I replaced what she had ravished. I became out of the flowering. I created all snakes and all that came into being with them. Shu and Tefnut produced Geb and Nut. Geb and Nut produced out of a single body Osiris, Horus, the eyeless one, Seth, Isis, and Nephthys, one after the other among them. Their children are numerous in this land. They invoke my name, they overthrow their enemies, and they make Hikah for the overthrown of Apophis. Let's see if Mr. Apophis is the one overthrown. Okay. And they make Hikah for the overthrown of Apophis, over whose hands and arms Akur keeps guards. His hands and arms shall not exist, his feet and legs shall not exist, and he is chained in one place, while Ra inflicts upon him the blows which are decreed for him. He is thrown upon his accursed back. His face is split for the evil he has done. He shall remain upon his accursed back. Okay. Now this is the appeasement of Sekhmet, or the Sekhmet hymn, and I go all the way back to the rites that we were done on days upon year, and I say the following: Hail Sekhmet, who presides over the Hail Sekhmet, who presides over the land, lady of flourishing, generous one. Sekhmet, who protects the two lands, come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, O cruel, O hidden lady, Wajeb the great, come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, who guides mankind, lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost of the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Isfet, lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of the year. Hail Sekhmet, Urus, who opens the Asiya, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of the year. So now I pray. God Ra and all gods assembled, you whose mouths and eyes are now open, you who now can receive offerings and gifts, I pray that you all protect me during this year. Watch over me and guide me as I continue down this path and continue down whatever fate that you all have in store for me. Alright, now I breathe deeply. Alright. Great Enid of the gods of Yunu, Ra in your appearance at the first time, Ra's twin Shu and Tefnut, Geb in you, Lord of earth and Lady of heaven, Osir, Aset, Seth, and Nephis, I thank you and wish you well. Remember me, be where you like, and come again in kindness. Shinupdi. Alright, despite the burns and all the other stuff that comes with fire, I hope that you enjoyed the ritual. Once again, I'm going to give you guys a tour of it all done and everything else. So, once again, thank you for watching. So like I said, once again, sorry this became a two-parter. It's just that when you do the opening of the mouth for all the statues, it kind of turns into a very long ritual. So happy Upet-Ronpet, have a wonderful Llamas, and I will see you guys around until next time. Blessed be.